Hi, Cancer. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but I went and put my hair up and stuff like that and laid out your cards. I want to say happy Chinese New Year and especially happy Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day today. And Valentine's isn't just about lovers, it's also about close friendships, family, people we care about, and just taking the time to tell them. So, anyhow, in your video here, what you have jump out for you is the Hanged Man, the Queen, not the Queen, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Clubs. And so I'm thinking that the hangman is telling you that usually the hangman is saying we need to sacrifice something for the greater good, which is our greater good. We can't sink with this ship. We have to choose something better for ourselves. And there are also you might be in a situation where you feel your hands are tied. You can't do anything. You can't act. You can't say anything. And so what good is it you being there, really? You have to think about that. And then the Nine of Pentacles saying that you want to do something on your own at this point. You want to be independent. You want to, because your work quality and your work ethic, and that if what you're doing and you can get it done, right? And maybe not feeling like you can rely on someone else at this point. You maybe can't control what they're doing, how they're doing it, that sort of thing. So, yeah, you're needing to maybe leave someone or a place behind. Could be a place too, because we have the Four of Clubs, and that's about foundation and stability. And this could be in your work life, who you're working with, because we always still have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is about building something for ourselves, right? So you may be wanting to move forward independently in some way or on a project or with what you're doing. That's kind of the underlying energy, right? But it's speaking of it over and over again in the reading here. You start out with the moon, and the moon is confusion. Even the hanged man is confusion. He's not sure which way to go, so he goes nowhere. He just stays right there and doesn't do and doesn't act and doesn't say anything when there's a choice that needs to be made. There's a greener pasture for you to go down, but there's some sort of confusion about it right now. It's hard for you to make a decision. And it is the full moon right now. And I notice in my life, a lot of people are feeling aggression. They're feeling confused, frustrated. There's a lot of these feelings right now with people. So, speaking of aggression, here is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is what's crossing you, what your challenge is right now. Because it looks like there's a lot of people talking and nobody's listening. Everybody wants to get their viewpoint put forward, but doesn't want to listen to others' viewpoints, others' ideas. And I feel like this is a shared idea kind of situation where at least some of us have to agree. But you're having a hard time getting your voice heard, or it feels like a lot of competition, aggression. Okay. And so your challenge, that's one of the things you want to get away from, I think. This isn't healthy for you or the situation. And so you may be wanting to get away from this and move on. And then you also have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands shows you looking to see what else is out there for me now. I don't think this is working, or I'm not happy, or I'm bored in this situation. And so now you're looking out to see what else is out there, what else you could be doing with what you know and your experience and skills. And so it's in your head now, right? It's in your head, and you're thinking, there's got to be something better, right? Then you have the Nine of Cups. That is the nine. Yep, the Nine of Cups. So this is a really nice challenge, is to make your wish come true, and that I think your wish is to move on to something else, possibly independently, whether it's work, love, a home situation, could be all of those all at once. But you're really desiring to move on to something new, probably most likely in your work life. Okay, it's a very strong indication in your work life or what you do artistically. Which reminds me, this is the year of the snake, speaking of the new Chinese New Year. The nearest the snake likes to be grounded. It likes to be on the ground, feeling that warmth, stable, secure, right? So it uses patience and wisdom before it moves. It does a lot of observation. And also, the snake is very creative. You will probably wanting to add some creativity to your work, or whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you wanting to manifest. You want it to be more creative at this time. It's also a time to resolve differences after suspicion. So, this situation you could be having right now, where you feel like you don't have a say, you feel like you don't have an opinion, perhaps, it can be resolved in the future. Maybe not right now, because there's too much energy right now, okay? And so it may need to wait for a later date, and then you can come back to it, and that can be resolved. And there's also a year for romance as well. Romance, but also scandal. So part of you kind of wants to stay single in a way, or remain, um, keep your opinions to yourself, because there could be drama to follow that. So that's just some advice, I guess. Anyhow, back to the reading. So, what's above you here is you're wanting to work very hard. Possibly what you do requires a lot of detail, a lot of focus. And so you're wanting to do that. But like I said, I think you're wanting to add some sort of creativity to what you're doing. Like, let's just say you're a woodworker. Well, you want to focus on the details, and you want the details to be really nice and really to stand out. You want to put quality into what you do with that Queen of Cups. You also, this is you, Cancer. So you're wanting to connect. You're at a time when you're wanting to connect with people. I think make friends, make good connections. And so that's something you could be focusing now as well. But these are good connections. These are loving and supportive, and positive connections that you're wanting to make. In your foundation, you have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Here is the couple. And this couple are both capable of running the show. They're both good leaders. They're both good with money. They're both, and this could be a couple that you're living with, that you could be part of this couple, that you're working with, possibly. Um, the king is very experienced, has been successful before, has experience being successful, but does not move out of his chair until he knows it's worth his while. He also enjoys luxuries, certain luxuries, and taking care of himself, being good to himself. Okay. Now, the queen also could do it on her own while her husband's away. One of the things about this queen is she's very faithful. She's very faithful to her partner, and she takes care of everything while he's away. And could do it on her own indefinitely, to tell you the truth. She also is a sign of motherhood, of birth, of really nurturing something, a nurturing uh, energy. So this could be a couple that you're involved with already, because this is foundation, it's past, it's now. Or this could be the situation you're wanting to get away from, wanting to move away from. And there could be a triangle situation going on here where it's you and two others that you're having to try and be heard, try and be, some fairness or something. Or maybe you're not wanting to be at all involved at all, like keep me out of it. Because in the past, just passing out of your life is an unfair situation. This is unfair. Somebody is being trying to be dominated, and it's got to be their way or the highway. They could be harsh in some way. And so it looks like you're wanting to move slowly away from this situation. You can see a new horizon. You know it's the right time, and you are moving away, but it's slowly. It's not, like a bam, a split, and that's it. But you're getting discouraged, or somebody is here. Somebody's getting discouraged by what's going on. So, coming into your life, you have the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands. And the Six of Swords is saying, yeah, you wanting to move on to calmer waters. You don't want drama, toxic, arguing, you don't want any of that. You want peace and calm in your life now. You could be taking someone with you, or could be going with someone and moving literally to another spot, to another job, to other relationships, forming new friendships or a new group. But it looks like it very possibly is a new job or a new home. You could be moving in with other people, not sure, but this is new foundations, and this is what you're wanting to move towards. So this is at work or at where you're living. Um, this is also kind of where you find yourself at the present moment. And I kind of feel like you have a new lease, okay? You have a new lease on life. You've decided that you don't want to be in situations where you're not happy, where it's not fair. You're wanting to move on to something that makes you a lot happier. I think you have a lot of joy to give at this time in your life, and you're being kinder to yourself. You're giving yourself not necessarily gifts, but not denying yourself anymore. Let's say that, okay? So it's really healthy. You're striving for more joy, more happiness in your life, okay? And again, look, there's that Five of Wands again. And so because there's too much arguing, there's too much competition, there's too much bull going on around at work or in your group of people. And that's not what you want anymore. You're not interested in the drama, in the fighting, in the disagreeing. You just thinking, I can just do this on my own, a lot easier and a lot more peaceful, right? So again, here is you walking away from something. There's something missing in this relationship. And it's usually, sometimes it's trust, sometimes it's honesty, sometimes it's being faithful, sometimes it's just being respectful. But whatever it is, it's really important to you, and you're willing to leave the situation if you don't get that. I think that you may have been putting up with this for a while, and you're kind of like, this isn't fair. There's something about fairness in your life right now. You're wanting fairness, be treated fair. You want to treat other people fair, and because you have the justice card. There also could be some sort of legal situation you got into or got drawn into through this, and that could have been the final draw where you said, okay, I'm not in this anymore. Sorry about the smoke. I'm actually I have quit smoking, but I still have one or two a day. And so I've almost quit. I'm just about there. And stupidly, I lit a cigarette just before I started the video. I thought, oh, I just feel like a cigarette. I think I'll just have a couple puffs. And here it is, smoking away. So I'll take a drag and I will put it out. I never smoke on my videos ever. So that's kind of a first. But anyway, so yeah, that justice is kind of the final straw. Oops, where you've said, no, I'm not into this. I'm not doing this. I don't want any part of this. And you want something, because I think that you're observing all sides of it at this time and having a real honest look at everything and making a decision, a final decision that is fair for you. So how this is the hope or fear kind of thing going on. And we have the 6 of Cups and the Judgment. The 6 of Cups is usually someone returning from the past or perhaps a repeating pattern in a relationship in your life. And it looks to me like you're kind of hoping for this is an aha moment. Judgment is okay, where we realize what we needed to learn in this relationship cycle with family, with love, with friendship. There's something that we needed to realize, and there's a certain nostalgic about this card because we can remember all the good times and all the fun and everything it was. But I think we're coming to a realization where we're able to face our own part in it, our take responsibility, and now know it's time to begin again, start a new chapter is what you're realizing. It's time to start a new chapter. And then you have the Lovers and the 9 of Swords. There is still something that is tying you to this person, I think. Okay. It could be sexual, there just could be this crazy bond, or it could even be a secret, this, and there's something about it that's haunting you. Okay, it's haunting you. Now I'm going to tell you that it is a situation that is not healthy, even though, and that could be why you're drawn to it. Some of us are drawn to crises or crisis. We're so used to it in our young life that it seems more comfortable than normal situations in our adult life. Excuse me. So this is in your mind though, and if you can use your sensibility, um that Ace of Cups, use that, because I think could be very passionate or very close, and then in the next moment it could be very toxic. So it's kind of all over the place, and I think that's what you want to get away from now. You may really care about this person, but they're not healthy for you. Okay. So in the cartomancy, so here we are. This is the 10 of Hearts is happiness and joy, but it's also the 10, and it is completion. It's a happy ending, a happy ending. So it's moving on, starting again, but it leaving on good terms. Let's say that. Okay. It shows that you could be traveling with a friend. Someone could be helping you move on to the next step or prepare to move on. I feel like you're getting good support. I feel like there could be some travel in some way involved, whether it's where you're moving to, or and also this is doing things that make you feel happy. Okay, and this is with a friend. There's another person here that could be part of the problem. This person usually causes trouble, has troubling news, is doesn't make the best choices, okay? And it looks like you're having a conversation with this person. This person could be having a work conversation with you about working together, doing something together, what's going to happen. But I'm feeling that you're wanting to separate from this person because they're always in trouble, they're causing trouble, they're talking trouble, something like that. Okay. And you're wanting to separate, you're wanting to get some distance until they get their stuff together because right now they don't have their stuff together. Right. Now, this is really nice here. So, there's a wish coming for you, but it involves loss. So, this wish for a happier path, for a happier life, for happier love, all the things that you want in your life right now is going to require loss. So, there's something you're going to need to give up and or end here, bring to an end. That could be a behavior, could be a habit, could be a substance. Um, so there's something, I feel there's a cycle, a pattern that's been happening over and over again that you're going to need to break, that you're going to need to stop, and your wish will come true. But this is what's required for that. So in your work life, it looks like good things are happening. I think that the indecision, the doubt that you had about, and it could have been financial, there could have been some financial delays, maybe questions. I think that when you stop, think, and decide your next move, you're going to be successful. I think that you're going to make more money, get more customers, move steps forward in business. And it's also, I think, through friends, to tell you the truth, some sort of friends or new connections perhaps come into your life because it's like someone's telling you about this, giving you an inside scoop. It could be a favor, even. You're doing a favor for someone that is going to help you move forward, move up, improve, right? Now, how others are seeing you is there could be, this could be you or a female around you that I think could, this is a close relationship, okay? And there's jealousy and there's worry from this person, could be, or about this person, all right? And so there's a lot of emotional stuff tied in with this person, tied up with this person. And this is, could be, part of the drama that's going on with this person. I think it's someone you're involved with, whether it's male or female. And, you know, there, I think there's suspicion. Like I said back here, suspicion. In the foundation, there is the King of Diamonds. The King of Diamonds I usually see as an older man, mature, could have gray or white hair, even. Fatherly figure, perhaps, or the boss. This person is good with finances, probably successful, and is usually a good guide, you know. There's an obstacle with this person in now this is the foundation, so this is what's going on right now or has happened, and is trying to be an obstacle to your growth at work, to your moving forward, moving up, getting more respect, more jobs, So this person could be providing an obstacle or saying there is an obstacle, you need to do this or clear this up to proceed forward. I think you can proceed forward, but they could be telling you this too. You have an obstacle in your life that you need to clear up, or this creates an obstacle at the work site or something like that. Okay. Now the surprise, the unexpected. Now hold on a cotton picking minute there. Yeah. Um well, I got to tell you, I think you're trying to have a peaceful conversation, maybe negotiating an end to something with someone you care about. So maybe even though you know this, you still don't really see it happening in your mind. You don't know how to go about it. You're trying to do something peacefully, respectfully. They may come to you actually and do it for you. I'm not sure, but it looks like there's talks of an end to something. And if you're giving up something, maybe you have to give up that person to give up this something, okay? And they're not willing to give it up. So you're changing. You could be changing. So, there's some sort of relationship. This could be with your kid, or, you're wanting to help them, and you could be having a talk, a constructive talk saying, listen, enough is enough. This is going to have to end, and you're having to be the one that's like tough love kind of thing in a way. I also feel like you could be supporting this person. There's a possibility you could be trying to support the person in their ending a cycle with something. Okay. So there is highly, I was surprised the devil wasn't in here, right? Because the devil is sometimes something outside, someone outside, or a voice in our head that keeps us from moving forward, but it's not here. It looks like you've got it figured out. You know where you want to go, or that you want to go somewhere. You want to move out of the situation you're in, and you're going to take steps to do that. I can see with the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands here. But I think there's still a tug, like there's someone still texting you, or they're still trying to get in your head, right? Even though, because you're making good moves for yourself at this time. Maybe they're not ready to. We cannot do more work than someone else is going to do for themselves. They've got to be putting in, doing something, and you're kind of just saying, okay, I'm moving on. I'm doing the work for me. If you're ready, when you're ready to move forward, you'll do the work for you. So you're trying to have this fair, balanced approach to what you're doing now. Okay. So, wow, Cancer. So, big month of transformation and change for you for the better. All right. So, you'll have to let me know in the weeks to come. This reading will trickle into March a little bit too. My readings are usually like 30 days approximately. Could be shorter, could be a little longer to unfold. But it's going to be a little bit different for all of you depending on what you're dealing with. So, if this resonates, let me know in the comments, and like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a nice February. Have a nice Valentine's today. Okay, bye now.